I am out here enjoying nature. You can hear the sounds of the birds, the water, the nice scenery. And I am getting my 3 miles in today. And I stopped to take a brief pause in my run because in relationships, I have realized that we have expectations, and those expectations are not always actually stated, right? So when we have things, expectations, standards or whatever, and they are not communicated for one, and then effectively communicated where the other person can meet us where we need to be, that kind of sets the relationship up for failure. So recently, in addition to that lesson, I learned an additional lesson on top of that, that not only is it the unspoken expectations that set us up for failure, but the biggest learning objective for me was with those expectations and they aren't stated. If it triggered anything for you, where does that trigger come from? So I realized that the little girl in me most times want to be protected and spoken for, seen about, cared for. And I had to realize that there are a few times in my childhood where I can go back and say, you know what, I don't really think I was regarded in the best way, or I wasn't protected. No one stood up for me. I can just go on and on with the things that didn't happen. But what I choose to do today is take these lessons, these life experiences, and start to use my voice. So I want to be able to articulate what is bothering me, why this is a thing, what I need to be happy or safe or to feel protected. And in that, I feel like, one, the person, whether I'm in a romantic relationship or a platonic relationship, they will be able to know me, get to know me through what I need, get to know me through how to love me, cater to me, see about me. And then also, I get to put the ball in their corner, so they get to decide whether or not that's something that they can do for me, right? So in relationships, friendships, whatever, there's some reciprocity that has to happen. You give a little, I take a little, I give a little, you take a little. That's what it's all about. And in that, we get to start forming, healthy dynamics and relationships for those that we engage with. So the moral of today is, yes, we definitely have expectations, and sometimes those things are unspoken. So it sets you up and the other person for failure. The next thing is, if it triggers something with you, meaning there's a rising, something happens in your chest, there's a hot sensation that occurs underneath your armpits. That's what I call a rising. And if there is a rising that happens for you, it's up to you, not the other person, to determine where that comes from, the root of that. And a part of that is your work. So on this Mother's Day, I would like to tell all the beautiful mothers in the world who are watching my channel, happy Mother's Day. And also learn to be more vocal about the things that you want and expect from those that we are in relationships with and love. Continue to elevate, guys.